What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. Saturday edition, NBA Talk with Jay. We got our guy LJ with us, man. Y'all been asking for him, so hey, he's back. He said he asked me, could he come on the show? Yes, you damn well, sure you can, man. Every Saturday if you like, but obviously it's Saturday. We're trying to get some cash this every day. What's up with you, LJ, my brother? Everything cool with you?
Oh man, everything's good, lovely. Just trying to get some cash in the NBA. I'm glad that you had me back on. So let's get the people some money.
Yeah, let's try to get some people some money. Yo, it was a good Saturday last time, man. You came on here, you got people betting first quarters that never even looked at first quarters in this
Yeah,
one, man. But it's all business here on the show, guys. Let's go ahead and get straight to it, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Brooklyn here. First game up, we got the Nets getting a point at the house versus the Philadelphia 76ers in this one, LJ. We know the Sixers coming off a game yesterday where they had to come back down from double digits, and that one didn't end up winning. We know that they list Embiid questionable every single day, so you never really know when he really is going to be out. How you looking at this game, my guy? Do you think that Embiid plays? You think the Sixers can get him here?
yeah. I think Embiid plays, and the Sixers play well on the road. I'm only looking first quarter though. I like the Sixers to come out slow because they lost the first quarter last night on their back to back. You see what I'm saying? So they are good, 5-2 on the back to back, 4-2 and 1 ATS on the back to back. So they play well in this spot. They're 5-2 to the under on the back to back as well. So I'm looking at the Nets to not score a lot of points. They are 1-4 in their last five in the first quarter, only averaging 22 points. So I'm going to jump on the 76ers, man, first quarter. And I believe that I'm going to take a prop. Royce O'Neal, 5 assists. He's had this in the last matchup, and he's had 4+ in his 4 of his last 5 games. And, of course, I'm going to take Maxey off the bench with the Sixers because when he comes in the game, nobody on the Nets is going to be able to match Maxey points
Facts.
coming off that bench. So
That's a
I think
fact
that's
right
an
there.
easy prop bet, too. Maxey points off the bench, Royce O'Neal, 5 assists, and I'm going to roll with the Sixers first quarter.
Yeah, I need Maxey to come off the bench. I'll tell you what I'm doing, guys. So I did mention earlier on some shows last week that Maxey for 6 man of the year, guys. They got Malcolm Brogdon as the favorite right now. Brogdon is not winning 6 man of the year, in my opinion. I think this is Maxey's to lose. Now, obviously Westbrook, he's a high favorite as well. But whatever team he's going to, he's probably going to be a starter over there. So I think Maxey, I think you can still get plus 500 out there for him being 6 man of the year. I see him going if he averaged 20 off the bench, man. He
Yeah.
has to get it, guys. So if you
Mm-hmm.
guys in the chat, man, let me know what Maxi, whatever book you like to bet at, let me know what they have Maxi at to win six man of the year. That's what I'm liking. I think it's correlated with your play. I need him to go off every night off the bench, LJ.
Yeah.
But I think that Maxi gonna win the 6 man of the year. For this game, yeah, it's a tough game for me, especially without me knowing if Embiid is going to play or not. Now, you made a good point. They did come off a game where they started out horribly in the first quarter,
Mm-hmm.
so they should want to bounce back. I don't like that the fact that the Nets have been at the house. I believe this is their 5th straight home game, so
Yeah.
they hadn't had to travel anywhere. We know they've been getting hot as well. Cam Thomas did come down to earth a little bit, but still 5th straight game at the house for the Nets in this one. It's a tough game for me to bet. I could see it going either way. If Embiid is in there, I definitely couldn't talk you off that first quarter in this one, guys. So this for me, this is one that kind of wait and see who's playing this one. But our guy LJ is rocking with Sixers first quarter. He's taking Royce O'Neal assist over, and he also liking Tyrese Maxey points off the bench. Definitely liking those, my brother. Definitely liking those. Let's get over here to the next one, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Washington, D.C. We got the Wizards here, laying 5.5 points at the house versus the Indiana Pacers in this one, LJ. How you looking at this game, my brother?
I only can look on the over first quarter. The Wizards, we already know their record. They're 19-6 to the over first quarter at home. They're 7-3 straight up in their last 10 in the first quarter. So this is the spot that we need to catch the Wizards performing well. The Pacers, though, they are 7-4 on a back-to-back, 7-4 to the over on a back-to-back as well. So all that is correlating to a possible over. Now, do we go with the over first half or over full game? That's what we have to try to dissect to see, because the Pacers, we already know their first quarter record. 16-40 and 1 ATS in the first quarter. They've
Damn.
lost 13 out of their last 17 in the first quarter. So if we want to step on it, let's step on it early with the Wizards. They are 5-1 ATS in their last 5 at home versus the Pacers, and they've hit 60 points in the first quarter their last 3 games, averaging 33 points. So let's go with the Wizards first quarter with the over and possibly first half over as well.
Yeah, we know the Pacers gonna get in there and run and gun, man. In my opinion, I'm kind of looking towards Pacers here full game. I must say, we know that Kuzma's out for a while now. Bill came back. Bill was back last game, and Porzingis as well, so they're not on the injury report. And Monte Morris is back in this one as well. Be interesting to see if they get guys the two trade pieces they just traded for the Pacers, and Jordan Nwora from the Bucks and George Hill as well from the Bucks, man. But the Pacers are only 1-7 against the spread last 8 road games, but they did just cover versus the Miami Heat as well. This Pacers a scrappy team. Where they lost yesterday versus the Suns, but before that they covered their last game on the road versus the Miami Heat, and I can see them playing a similar type of game here tonight. Even if they do lose the game, I can see them keeping it close. Personally, I think the Pacers are a little bit better than the Wizards in my opinion, man. They had been winning games, only 2-8 straight up, but like I say, the Pacers need to string together some wins here. I wouldn't be surprised if they won this game outright. They are on a back-to-back with travel as well, but I'm leaning Pacers first half and full game in this game, man. So I think the Wizards are a bit of frauds, in my opinion. If you do like them, like you say, fade the Pacers in the first quarter, but what do they do? Pacers fade in the first quarter, then they'll make a huge second quarter run right before the half. So actually, you could actually bet Pacers in the second quarter spread before the game even starts. That's not a bad look. If you like Wizards in the first quarter, they'll probably have the lead at the end of the first quarter, then take Pacers to win the second quarter base. It'll be like -0.5 or even maybe +1, and that's what I'm seeing happen in this game. Pacers second quarter is a great look here. Lean Pacers first half and full game as well in this one, guys. I want to find some type of way to get on the Pacers in this one, my guys. Pace type of game in this one.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing you like in this one, right? Wizards first quarter and the first half over.
Yes, first quarter, Wizards first half over, because like you just mentioned, the Pacers do go in the second quarter and win the game. So I think points, and I think it could possibly go over. I don't want to pick a side. I like your Pacers plus the money first quarter, first half, but I think it'll go over as well, considering all the points that's going to be scored.
Yeah, that's a good point, bro. I definitely see some overs, definitely see pace in this one. The Wizards can score with them, and the Pacers, they're going to run and gun as well. Guys like Mathurin coming off the bench as well, man. Buddy Hield, he might pull up for 5 threes before halftime, man. So the Pacers, they need to string together some wins here. I'll be watching this game. If the Wizards do get up, I'll be looking to make a live bet on the Pacers in this one, guys, but not some might bet. Let's go over here to the streets of Charlotte here, LJ. We got the Hornets here getting 8.5 points versus the Nuggets here, man. Probably shouldn't talk about the Hornets for the rest of the year on this show unless they're fading. Even their own beat writers are talking down on them, saying they're playing despicable basketball, man. You know, the Nuggets are coming off a loss in this one, have a day off as well. And they do have Miami on deck, but still, it's not even first game of back-to-back. So I know me personally, I'm only looking towards Nuggets here. This Hornets team is ass. They don't need to start playing until they get down by 15 points, man. How you looking at this game, LJ?
I'm only can look Nuggets, and I'm not mad at the first full game, but I'm just going to jump on the first quarter, Jay. The Nuggets are one of the best first quarter teams in the league. You know, they're averaging 32 points in their last 3 in the first quarter, averaging 30 on the road on the season. So they're right there at that 30 mark. Now, the Hornets, they have been scoring a lot in the first quarter as well, even though they haven't been winning them. 4 of the last 5 first quarters, they've scored 30-plus points. 3 of those games, you take out Boston, because Boston plays defense. So take out that game. Their last 4 games before that, they scored 30 points in that first quarter. So I believe this is a first quarter over 61. I already bet it. I can't trust the side because let's say Denver comes out slow and Charlotte gets them in the first quarter. And then Denver comes back in the second quarter and blasts them for the first half. I can easily see that happening. So I'm just going to stick with the fact that points are going to be scored in the first 28, 30. That'll get me to that 61 threshold. And that'll be my play. But I'm not mad at the 4 games because the Hornets are trash and the Nuggets do have a good record versus the Hornets, 7-1 straight up in their last 8 games. So
yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like that first quarter over. Like I say, I can't talk in the first quarter over for that Wizards and Pacers game might hit as well, man. When you have teams that love to run at a fast pace and don't really play a whole lot of defense, I mean, come on now, it's not rocket science. It's a recipe for over in that one. We know that the Nuggets can score with the best of them. Jokic is going to be an absolute matchup nightmare in this one. Now the Hornets still have some sides coming off the bench, but they are missing their starting center and Mason Plumlee over there. They just traded him away to the Clippers over there, man. So Jokic Jokic might have another triple-double in the first half again in this one. I like that first quarter over from you in this one, LJ. That definitely seems like it'd be the right side. Hornets not going to play any defense. They're going to run and gun as well. So yeah, I could only look towards the over in the first quarter in this one. And our guy Zachary Best in the chat as well saying Nuggets 5-0 against the spread in the first quarter, last 5 after a loss. So you probably want to hop on them Nuggets in the first quarter. Could not talk you off, and some Nuggets team total overs as well, guys.
Yes,
it's a strict fade of the Hornets defense. Simply put, I like that. I like the looks that we're producing in the chat in this one, man. Josh would say he liked first quarter over. Ant says he's saying Nuggets team total overs, all type of shit, man. He said Jokic triple double for sure in this one, man. Yeah, that's
maybe minus 2,000. Shoot.
No, that's a fact right there. This line was at 9.5 yesterday, come down to 8.5, but we know that Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray are questionable in this game, but still, Hornets defense is ass in this one, my guys. Yeah. Say up here to the streets of Orlando here, guys. We got the Magic getting 1 point at the house versus the Miami Heat. I want to take the Magic here, guys. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I think the Magic are the right side in this game. I think they win this game. They're always rivals with the Miami Heat. They've lost 6 out of the last 7 games versus the Miami Heat and 8 out of the last 10. But strangely enough, they are 7-2 against the spread last 10. But obviously with this one, they basically have to win the game. I sense this Magic team is playing really well right now, LJ. Would you trust them tonight, or you think the Heat can get back-to-back wins here?
Yeah, I trust them, Jay. I'm with you. I think I'm going to sprinkle on Orlando. I haven't got to it yet, but I capped the game, and I do believe the Magic can stay in this game. And they play the Heat very well in history. The Heat are 8-19-3 ATS after a win, 2-4-1 ATS on the back-to-back. So you can't trust the Heat in this situation. But they are a good under team as well, 19-11 to the under after a win. But first quarter is where they digress. 3-8-1 ATS in the last 12 in the first quarter. And the Heat has lost 6 out of the last 10 in the first half, straight up. So I believe we can jump on Orlando early. Like you just mentioned, they're 7-3 last 10. They're 7-3 and 10 in the last second quarter. So let's see, because I capped the second quarter with Orlando. They're 6-0 in their last 6 games in the second quarter. So when they get behind, they come back sort of like how you said with the Pacers.
Like the Pacers.
They will come back in the second quarter and possibly cover and win that first half. So I'm going to sprinkle on the second quarter for Orlando, and I'm going to bet the first half because I believe they can stay in the game. They are 7-3 in the first half in their last 10, 7-2 ATS in their last 9 versus Miami. So jump on Orlando second quarter and first half. I
couldn't talk you off. Man, the Magic are 4-2 straight up and against the spread last 10 games. I mean, last 6 games. They're 7-3 against the spread last 10. Man, this Magic team has been making money for their backers here. I think they make some more money for them today. I don't like the spot for the Heat. Magic have the rest advantage. They always have beef with the Heat over there. Earlier this year, they were about to beat them as well. So this was January 27th. So we got a quick revenge spot as well, man. Orlando led the first quarter, but they were up 31-26 at the end of the first quarter in Miami, and they were up 59-50 at the end of the first half as well. So they came out there, covered first quarter and first half, built a double-digit lead, and then the Heat outscored them 37-26 in that fourth quarter to basically steal the game there. So if you're the Magic here, you look like we can beat this team. So I'm saying we can come out hot and we can win this game, man. And they have the rest advantage here. I think the Heat covered the first. I think the Magic covered the first half and the full game in this one, guys. This team is really balling out. They're balling. They're buying into Mosley's system as well. The Magic will be a really good money maker this next year, but even for this year, I think the Magic win this game. I think they get it done first half and the full game. Could be a trifecta spot for the Heat. I mean, for the Magic here, and wouldn't be surprised if the Heat rested somebody in this one, like a Jimmy Butler. That's what they usually do in these type of situations. It's a back-to-back, so they don't have to release the injury report just yet. Line moving from Heat -2 to Magic -1. The line is all over the Magic in this one, guys. I think we break out the Magic ones in this one today. Set up here to the streets of New York here, LJ. Straight up, man. I like the Knicks here early and often. Jazz had to come back from a huge deficit last night versus the trash ass Raptors team, guys. I'm sorry for fanboys out there. This Raptors team is ass, man. They should have made some trades. They didn't make many trades. And then they got outscored, I believe, 15-2 to end their game. That Raptors team is ass, man. But the Jazz, I think they're due for a slide as well. I think that was false. Them winning that game last night. I think the Knicks smoke them tonight. LJ, what you think about this?
I'm right with you. First half full game, all on the Knicks. They have a great history versus these Jazz. They're 13-4 ATS in the last 17 at home versus the Jazz. So they smacked these boys up. And Utah's a fade right now. They made some trades. They don't have their roster. I just saw a thing that Russell Westbrook is not going to make his debut, so he's not going to play with that team. They're just probably trying to figure out a buyout right now. So who's on Utah right now? Who's playing? Who can we trust to score the ball besides marketing? You putting Sexton in the lineup now. He's not a true point guard. He's more of a scoring type guard. So I think Utah is just in disarray. And you come into the New York where they're 29 ATS first half at home. So this is a vulnerable spot for the Jazz. I'm all on the Knicks. The Jazz allowed the second most second quarter points at 35. They're allowing 66 points in the first half in their last 3 games. So let's jump on Knicks early and often first half full game. And I wouldn't be mad at a Bronson prop because he's averaging 25-8 and 3. Well, 25-8 and 3 the last meeting versus Utah. And he's averaging 30-6 assists in his last 7 games. So Bronson props, Knicks first half full game.
Yeah, I think the Knicks come out here cover the first quarter and the first half. So simply put here, so the Jazz come off 5 straight road games, right? They travel over there to the East Coast. Only one day so this is still third game in 4 nights as well, and a back-to-back with travel. And you leave from Toronto, have to go through customs and all that. So I know it's not that far of a trip, but it's still not the greatest spots for the Jazz here, especially with them just leaving the house as well. And there was like a huge comeback win as well. I could really see a letdown from the Jazz here. I do think this team is gonna start to lose some games to get even further out of the playoff race. But I think the Knicks win this game. They know they had a win last night. It was basically snatched from them. It is a back-to-back for the Knicks, but it's at least not third game in 4 nights. They had 2 days of rest before yesterday's game. So they are traveling back home, but I think they get started early and often. They do have Josh Hart. I can see Brunson being ecstatic to play with this guy, Josh Hart. You saw the video of when he found out that Hart was coming to New York. He couldn't wait, man. So I think he might jolt a little boost of energy to this Knicks team. We know that Randall's going to be a bully down low as well. Got Hardenstein coming off the bench. I like the guard play in this one, especially when you trade away guys like Beasley as well. I mean, I don't care if Clarkson does play. I like the guard play for the Knicks a lot more in this one. I think they cover the first quarter and the first half as well. Now, sometimes the Knicks can piss things away full game, but this is a game, in my opinion, where I think the Jazz run out of gas. I don't think they have enough offense in this one. I think the Knicks cash the trifecta spot in this one, guys. So over here to the next game, man. We got the Hawks laying 13.5. We don't have much on this game. We just want to go through every game. These 2 teams hadn't faced off this year. We got to talk about these at least, LJ. Spurs coming off a double overtime game yesterday, so back-to-back, and they have travel as well, and third game in 4 nights, all on the road, fourth game in 6 nights, but off that double overtime loss, I mean, obviously the Spurs, now Devontae Graham played well, but this team I feel like we got to look at some Hawks team total overs in this one, LJ. I feel like that's probably the smartest look. You don't even care about the spread. Look towards some Hawks team total over. They are 6-2 against the spread last 8 games versus the Spurs, but the road team is 5-0 straight up last 5 in this series. How you looking at this game, my guy?
I only can look at the over, and I really didn't cap it because you just said all that about the Spurs, how much they have to travel, so many games and so many nights. So how about we just look at the first quarter Hawks? We think the Spurs gonna have tired legs, like you said, double overtime last night, got to fly in. Hawks chilling at the crib.
Thanks.
I see them jumping on them early. And I went through the numbers, and the Spurs are 0-6 straight up on a back-to-back, bro, this season. And they only won 1 first quarter in those 6 games. Damn. So I may sprinkle on the Hawks first quarter minus the 4.5. It's a big number. They got us covered 5, so I'm kind of skeptical on it. That's why I haven't really rushed to it, but I was going to just sit on it for a little bit and see if I want to take it. But I do believe that they can catch them because they are 11-4 ATS in the first quarter in their last 15. So Hawks first quarter is what I have a strong lean on, but I'm looking at the over in this game. I'm looking at points, Hawks points, team total. all that.
And guess what? The over is 5-0 in the Spurs' last 5 games playing on 0 days rest. So they play on
Yes.
back-to-back. It's damn near like an auto over. This team, I mean, obviously we got Devontae Graham. He went for 31 points in his debut. I feel like they kind of had to God, hey, look, we're not trying to win this game, Devontae Graham. Damn, you trying to go, you trying to win the game for us, man. Yo, man, get your ass up out of here, man. You ain't supposed to be going for 31, man. So they probably told him in the huddle, look, you know we're trying to lose this game, right? But that was crazy there. But yeah, DeJounte Murray going up against his old team, he's gonna want to show off in this one. So maybe you look at some DeJounte Murray props in this one. Gotta look towards the over, and I'd be looking at Hawks team total over in this one as well. I know it's high, but the Spurs already don't play a lot of defense. They're really going to be they're really not going to be playing defense tonight, in my opinion. So the Hawks really could do whatever the hell they want to in this one. It's really about if they want to cover the spread. I don't lay big spreads like this. You always worry about the motivation. But, I mean, if I'm betting this game, it has to be Hawks or nothing. I mean, they should. I don't see how they don't win this game by 20 points, but you never know. These new players do play down to their competition. They know they can win this game easily, but Murray should have something to say in this game, guys.
Capella rebounds, too. Because the Spurs are vulnerable down low. So they traded away Pirtle. So Capella rebounds. Smash.
They were even vulnerable even with Pirtle. So him going, that's a good look. Capella rebounds, man. You got to, man.
Yeah.
But let's go over here to the streets of Cleveland here, man. We got the Cavs laying 5 points at the house versus the Bulls. Really tough game. I know I'm not fading the Cavs right now. It's simple. They're 23-6 straight up at the house. This team balls out at home, and they're on a long winning streak right now. They're feeling it. They're scorching hot. 5-0 straight up and against the spread last 5 games here, LJ. This is a road home back-to-back, 3rd game in 4 nights and 4th game in 6 nights. Hold on. This is a 5th game in 7 nights spot for the Cavs here. If they were to drop one, it might come here versus the Bulls. I don't like this spot here for the Cavs. Like with all of the travel, with all of the moving back and forth to gyms, I know they're hot, but this could be a fade spot for the Cavs tonight. 5th game in 7 nights, I'm telling you right now, it's always a fade spot in the NBA. This is a revenge spot as well. They go ahead, LJ. I don't want to talk too much. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, well, it's a tough game. Division game. Bulls are 0-3 versus the Cavs on the season. So Cavs can easily let them have this game. Like you just mentioned, there's so many nights, games and so many nights. I wouldn't be mad if somebody sit. Donovan Mitchell may sit this game.
They probably will. Somebody probably will.
Yeah, so I really didn't dive into the numbers too much, but the only way I could look is an under. Because if Donovan Mitchell plays, that's taking away points from Cleveland. And I don't see the Bulls scoring a lot of points on Cleveland because they're already one of the number 1 defensive teams in the league. So I'm looking at an under because Cleveland is 7-2 to the under on the back-to-back. That's a pretty good number for me to pay attention to the fact that they can hold the Bulls to probably under 100, 105 points. And a lot of points may not need to be scored for them to win the game. But first half, full game under is where I'm leaning. But I haven't made a bet on the side because I know for sure I'm almost positive that Donovan Mitchell may sit this game.
Oh, guys, I think the Bulls plus the 5 on the right side here. They've lost like you said, LJ, they lost all 3 matchups this year. But if you look at it, they're teetering on a win versus this Cavs team. Now, the first matchup, they got absolutely smoked. This was early season as well. 128-96 in Chicago. Smoke City, the Cavs did. Now, the next game was 103-102. The Cavs won by 1 in Chicago. So you can see the Bulls getting closer and closer, or maybe trying to figure out how to play this Cavs team. What happens in the next game? Now, in Cleveland, what happened? It went to overtime. Now, the Cavs did cover the spread, laying 4, but when a game goes to overtime, that tells you that obviously it was tied after 4 quarters. So the Bulls had a chance to win that one as well. So you can't just look at they lost by 11. You have to look at it that it went into overtime.
And Donovan Mitchell had 77 in that game. That was the game he had 77.
I think the Bulls probably win this game, man. I'm not even sure I'm betting, but Bulls plus the 5 would be the side. Back-to-back, 3rd game in 4 nights. I know that that Mitchell and them rested before, right? So it's not 5th game in 7 nights for Mitchell and Garland because they did rest versus the Pistons over there still. But for the whole team, three out of those games were road games as well. So you've been traveling, 5th game in 7 nights with 3 travels in there, back-to-back, coming down from New Orleans up to Cleveland. I hate this spot for the Cavs, guys. I could only look towards the Bulls plus the 5 in this game. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if they won because I believe, when you're in the division, like you match up 4 times each year. So this is your last chance to get some revenge versus the Cavs. Bulls plus the 5 is actually a really strong look in that game, guys. Say up here to the next game. Let's go to the streets of San Francisco here, LJ. We got the Warriors here laying 2.5 points at the house versus the LA Lakers. Lakers might have their guys in there, Russell, Vanderbilt. What do you think about this one, my brother? You think that the Lakers can get the win here?
No, I don't. I just think they have to mesh with their teammates in order for them to have, immediate success. And I think tonight they're not going to have it. They're catching up Warriors. Warriors at home, man, they're monsters, man. They're 13-2 at home versus the West. First quarter, 7-3, first quarter the last 10, 8-3-1 the last 12, first quarter over. So they come out and score points in the first quarter, first half. Usually they are 12-2 in the first half, their last 14. 10-2 ATS in the last 12 in the first half. So I'm going to jump on the Warriors, man. -1 first half. Lakers, they don't do good in this spot. They don't do good against their division. They're 1-9 versus the division. They're 4-11 on the road versus the West. And they're only 1-6 straight up in their last 7 road games in the first half. So I'm jumping on the Warriors first half -1. Wouldn't be mad at full game. But I don't want to take a full game spread. Anything can happen. We already know what the NBA is. But I would lean towards the over, too, because the Lakers, 15 out of their last 22 games on the road has gone over. So,
man, I got a sneaky feeling that the Lakers win the game. I don't know if I'm betting it, but I got a sneaky feeling they come to play. LeBron's broke the record. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. The NBA, it seems like the NBA wants the Lakers to be good. Now we know that LeBron just broke the record, and this makes sense. You don't want it's like almost like Tom Brady, right? It's like they don't want him just looking super horrible all the time, right? At some point, they're gonna favor him. Now the Lakers coming off 3 straight L's. They lost the game that LeBron broke the record. They even lost the next game versus the Bucks as well. And guess what? The Lakers actually had a lead in that game. Bucks came all the way back in the 4th game. I feel like the Lakers are teetering on a win. Now this is where you would like Warriors early here, especially if the new guys play. They're not used to playing with each other. That's really, it's going to take some time, and it could mean that the Warriors catch the trifecta here. But when you have 3 big players like they just got, I'm talking about Vanderbilt, Russell. Who else they got? It's leaving my mind right now. They got Vanderbilt, they got Russell, they got
Beasley.
one more player.
Beasley.
Yeah. Beasley off the bench as well, who's a 3-point shooter.
Yes.
If you surround LeBron versus 3-point shooters, things could get crazy. We can't forget the Warriors still missing Steph right now as well. So if the Lakers gonna want to get one of these wins over the Warriors, this is the perfect time. Now, obviously, they ball out at Chase Arena. It's really hard to go against them, but lately the Warriors have been somewhat vulnerable at the house. Sneaky feeling here that I bet you this game is national TV's game as well. All these Lakers games are national TV games.
Yes, it is.
ABC. I don't know. I can only look Lakers in this one. If you want to fade Lakers here, I'd say Warriors early, first quarter, first half. It's going to take some time for them to get used to. But the way that the Lakers are, the way that those 3 players could impact this team, this could be a whole new Lakers team. I wouldn't be surprised the Lakers moved up to a top 4 seed in the West. And I mean that because they'll get help out by the NBA. They might get help out by the refs, all types. I'm just telling you what I've seen from previous years, man.
Yeah.
I agree. The NBA wanting to help the Lakers out, and like this, LJ, certain trades don't really even happen like that, bro. 3 major players going to I feel like they're helping the Lakers out. They want to see LeBron go deep into the play. That's just my feeling, man. So I don't even really like the Lakers, but I just tell it how it is. I just tell you how I'm looking at things. I think they're going to make a run the second half of the season. Could start here, man. Off 3 straight losses, I think the Lakers win this game. That's just what I'm looking at.
You got to look at it. The Lakers is the NBA moneymaker, man. Look at the brand.
Thanks. You got to go with the money, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like the NBA tried to help fix the Lakers. They saw that it was going in a downward turn. They got Westbrook out of here, but the fact that they fleeced the Jazz like that, man, I'm talking about that's crazy, bro. I'm sorry, the Jazz and the Wolves. I just feel like the Lakers won that trade I just feel like it was a fix the Lakers type of trade, man, for whatever reason. But I think they win the game tonight, but we'll see what happens. Last game up. Let's go to the streets of Sacramento here, LJ. We got the Kings laying 1.5 points at the house versus the Mavs in this one. Mavs, I'm just saying, man, Mavs came out there, cashed the trifecta easily. Yes, that's all I'm saying. It was up 42-21 at the end of the first quarter, man. I'm just saying. I kind of said that they was going to come out there and smack them up. It was better that Luka didn't play. I must say, if Luka does play, it might took a little time for them to get used to it, but Kyrie is taking his team to a different level. LJ, how you looking at this game, my brother?
Only can look first quarter, man. Going back to the well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Last 3 first quarters, they're averaging 37 points. 9-3-1, last 13 first quarter over for the Mavericks. scored 40 points the last 2 games that Kyrie has been on his team in the first quarter. So why deviate for what's working, my friend? We gonna stick to the first quarter, Mavs, and first quarter over. The Kings are 1-4 straight up in their last 5 in the first quarter. They're 2-7 in their last 9 in the first quarter, and they're 1-4 straight up the last 5 first half. So they don't do well early. They're allowing the second most first quarter points at 35 in their last 3 games. So I could just stop right there, J Money. Kyrie, like you say, he's been a different element to this team. I believe that Dallas, like you just mentioned with the Lakers, I believe that Dallas is going to move up in these standings as well. Because you got to look at Utah. They may fall. You get what I'm saying? More than likely, they're going to fall out of these standings. So who else you have to worry about? Portland, Minnesota, teams like that. So I believe Dallas and the Lakers made a big splash to try to get some momentum in this West. So, but we're going to stick to what's working. Dallas, first quarter over is my plan.
Yeah, the Mavs sit at number 4 in the West right now. I can't believe it. Mavs sit at number 4 in the West. Kings sit at number 3. I think if the Mavs win this game, they'll catapult themselves into 3rd place, in my opinion. Because I know they'll have I think they'll have like the same amount of wins, but more. But so they already have. So Dallas is 31-26 right now. The Kings are 31-24. So if the Mavs win this game, they'll be 32-26, and then the Kings will be 31-25. And I think the Mavs will move up into 3rd place, and that's all the more reason why it's a big game. Like I said yesterday, I think that the Mavs can win both of these games. Now, do the Kings have revenge? They do. The revenge doesn't always work though, especially when you're not the better team, man. The Kings are not the 3rd best team in the West. They're not even the 4th best team. They're not the 5th best team. It's no disrespect to anyone of the fans. These are all facts right here. Let's just see what the standings are at the end of the year. I mean, you see how Mavs came out there and handled them yesterday, and sometimes it could be a little bit of fool's gold. Say, all right, well, the Kings came back, so yeah, but when the team has a big lead, we know what they do. When you're up 20, you get complacent. You know that you're probably going to win the game. You stop playing as hard as well. So they tried to start trapping Kyrie. They may not work if Luka does come back here, man. So this is a game where I wait. I still lean Mavs in this one. I know that Kings are in the revenge spot. It's a back-to-back, all that good stuff. They at the house, all that. I still feel like the Mavs have some matchup advantages in this game. I think they have too much offense for the Kings, and the Mavs actually play defense. That's where the Kings lack there. They don't really have any rim protection out there. That's why you can get to the rim and do whatever you want. So when the Mavs are hitting their shots, it's going to be a tough game. Still need to see if Luka's coming back. He was supposed to come back yesterday, said he had heel soreness. He said probably today. That's not a guarantee. They could possibly mess things up for a little while, but on the other side, if Luka does come back, you can't trap Kyrie, because now you got 2 guys you got to worry about. So it's like it could mess things up, but it probably won't though, man. No. The Mavs are hot right now. They covered 5 straight games, 1 foul the last 6. I'm gonna stop talking because I don't think people know how much of a big deal that Kyrie went to the Mavs. I don't think they just know just yet how big of a deal that is. The Mavs, they might be back. I'd lean Mavs once again. Have to see if Luka's coming in. If Luka does come in, maybe the Kings could get it done early, but I still think the Mavs can win this game and catapult themselves over the Kings, in my opinion. LJ.
Just think about the Western Conference playoffs could possibly happen. You got 2 players that now have came back to the West, Kyrie and KD. Just think about those matchups in the West that we're looking forward to. It's going to be crazy, man.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be fun, my guy. Yeah, and now the Magic might be able to move up their way in the play-in tournament or something.
There you go.
Hey, we talked about all the picks, man. We went over everything. See what I'm saying? Now it's time to get to the pick segment. Dig what I'm saying? What you liking today, LJ?
I'm liking, like we just mentioned, man, Dallas first quarter over, as I've already betted. I'm on the Warriors first half, -1 over the Lakers. I believe they just come out on the Lakers, and Lakers got to adjust to the roster. They may have a great second half, but I just believe the Warriors jump on them early. So I'm going to trust the Warriors first half. I'm going to trust the Knicks first half as well, -3. They're 29 ATS first half at home, so I can't ignore that. Wizards first quarter and the over. I believe it's going to be points, but I do believe the Pacers can stick with them as well, like you just mentioned. And my last pick, Orlando. I'm going to take the first half, and I'm going to take a sneaky second quarter, considering how good they are in the second quarter. It's just amazing how good they are in the second quarter. So I can't ignore that. And I'm on the Nuggets, man, and the Hornets first quarter over 61, and the Sixers first quarter are my plays.
I couldn't talk you off there, LJ, at all, my brother. Yeah, I hadn't bet anything. I probably not bet anything until after All-Star break, man. I'm telling you straight up. But
Yeah.
what I'm liking today, Pacers for a second quarter, Pacers first half. I think the Pacers cover a full game as well. But no, I'll tell you the strongest looks that I have on the card first. Knicks, first quarter, first half, and I also think they cover the full game as well. Magic, first half, full game. I think they get that one done as well. That would be the two strongest. After that, Bulls plus the 5, guys. I think that Cavs might run out of gas in this one. Bulls triple revenge spot. Teetering going to win versus the Cavs. 5th game in 7 nights for the Cavs as well with travel. I think the Bulls get there. I think the Lakers plus the 2.5. We're going to see which guys play Vanderbilt, Russell, Beasley, but I think the Lakers are due for a win, in my opinion. That one, lean Pacers early and often in that one as well. And that's it. That's it for me, guys. Like I say, I didn't bet anything. I still come on here and bring you guys the info. You see what I'm saying? But it's just I'm taking it easy until All-Star break, my guys, unless it's something I'm really liking in this one, man. But all right, that's why I bring my guy LJ in with all the looks, man. My guy LJ. One more time, LJ. Recap them with your picks before we get out of here, my brother.
Of course, man. Let me start off at the beginning. We got the Knicks first quarter over the Nets. I got the Nuggets first quarter over 61 total with the Hornets. We got Orlando. I'm on them with you. First half, Orlando. I'm on the Wizards first quarter and first quarter over. Mm-hmm. We on the Knicks with you first half. I like your Bulls pick too, man. The Bulls due to beat this team. They're ripening for the pickings right now, and you're 0-3 versus this team. So there's no reason why you should come in here and get you a win on this team because I know for sure Donovan Mitchell is going to sit. I know it. He scored like 30-something last night versus the Pelicans, so he had to exert a lot of energy last night. So I'm thinking he's going to sit. Bulls should win that game, but I'm not going to take it. I'm going to stay away from it. Warriors, first half, minus the 1. And, of course, Dallas, first quarter over.
I like it. Man, that was funny as hell. He said ripening for the pickings, man. LJ, you funny as hell. That's my guy LJ, man. Y'all go follow him on Twitter. What is it? At LJ Sports Media, guys. Go follow him right now. This is my guy right here. Real great, genuine dude. You see what I'm saying? I had some shit going on, man. My guy LJ is like, well, I'll help you out, whatever you need. So I'm saying I fucks with it, man. You can really come on here with me. We can make this a regular if you want. You can come on every Saturday or whatever day you open. Yeah. If you want, like you ain't gotta ask me, bro. It's just like, hey, look, I'm coming on the show tomorrow. I'll find time.
Let's do it.
I appreciate you coming on. Hopefully come on next Saturday as well, my brother. And then maybe next season we have you on daily or something. You see what I'm saying? But it's my guy LJ, man, up and coming capper, man. This is what he does. The first quarter king. You dig what I'm saying? We appreciate everybody for tuning in as well. If you really like the show, guys, hit the like button. See what I'm saying? You could share it to your social media, all that good stuff. You could join the channel as well, man. But we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow. Let's get some cash. We out.